If you have chosen to listen to this message today, please know that your guardian angel has come with a message of profound significance. In this sacred moment, the heavens have aligned to bring you a revelation that has been long concealed, a revelation concerning someone who has deeply touched your heart and occupied your thoughts, yet whose true essence has been shrouded by layers of guarded emotions and unspoken truths. For many days and nights, your guardian angel has been watching over you, guiding your steps in silence and whispering gentle reminders into your heart. Today, however, the veil is lifted. You are being called to understand that the person you hold so dear is not as they have appeared on the surface. They have, for reasons that may have seemed mysterious or even painful, hidden parts of themselves from you, parts that they believed would render them vulnerable and unworthy of the love you so freely give. This message is one of both warning and hope. It speaks of an inner tempest within this individual, a storm of emotions that has raged quietly beneath a mask of calm and composure. In the light of truth, even the most intricate deceptions fall apart, and the angels wish to illuminate the path to healing and mutual understanding. Allow yourself to be open and receptive to the following words, for they are meant to bring clarity and growth to your inner world. For a long time, you may have noticed moments when this person seemed distant, aloof, or even cold. Perhaps there were times when their actions did not quite align with the warmth of their words, leaving you with a lingering sense of unease. These behaviors were not, as you might have assumed, expressions of indifference or rejection. Instead, they were manifestations of an internal conflict, a battle fought in silence, away from the gaze of the world. The angelic realm reveals that beneath the surface of their carefully constructed exterior lies a maelstrom of feelings they have long tried to suppress. They have hidden behind a facade of strength and self-assurance, convinced that control was the key to protecting themselves. Yet, in doing so, they have inadvertently locked away the very vulnerability that is necessary for deep, authentic connection. Love, in its truest form, is not an armor to be donned, but a delicate bloom that requires care, honesty, and the willingness to be seen in all of one's fragile beauty. This individual has wrestled with the dual forces of love and fear, a love so profound that it trembles at the thought of exposure, and a fear so powerful that it paralyzes them, preventing the natural flow of emotion from reaching you. The angels whisper that every moment of perceived coldness or detachment has been a silent cry, a cry of someone who battles with overwhelming emotions that they can no longer ignore. They have spent countless hours in solitude, struggling against the rising tide of affection that threatens to engulf them. Even in the midst of distractions and busy days, visions of you have remained a constant presence in their mind, a reminder of the connection that refuses to fade. It is as though the universe itself has conspired to bring this truth to light, urging them toward a path of honesty and reconciliation. This internal struggle has taken its toll on them. They have built walls around their heart, hoping that distance would preserve their sense of self and control over their emotions. Yet, every act of distancing only deepened the bond they share with you, a bond that has grown ever more resilient despite the barriers. Their attempts to convince themselves that they could live without embracing these intense feelings have only intensified the pull of the connection between you. With each passing day, their heart becomes a battlefield where love wages war against fear, and regret seeps into every quiet moment of introspection. The angels reveal that this person is now on the brink of a monumental transformation, a turning point where the time for denial has passed, and the moment of truth stands at the threshold. Their inner world is poised for a breakthrough, one that demands they open their heart and reveal what has been hidden for so long. It is a journey laden with uncertainty and pain, yet it holds the promise of renewal and a connection far deeper than either of you could have imagined. In the silence of the night, when the world around you is cloaked in darkness, this individual finds themselves haunted by the echoes of regret. They are burdened by the memories of missed opportunities, those fleeting moments when they could have spoken the truth, when a single word might have altered the course of your shared story. Now, each recollection serves as a reminder of the love that was stifled by fear and the price that was paid for remaining silent. This regret is not a transient feeling, but a heavy weight that bears down on their every thought, a constant companion in their lonely hours. Yet, within this struggle, there is a glimmer of hope. For regret, when acknowledged, becomes a catalyst for transformation. The angels urge you to understand that this regret is not an end in itself, but a beginning, a call to face the truth and embrace the vulnerability that comes with authentic love. It is an invitation for both of you to step into a space of mutual healing, where the past is neither forgotten nor condemned, but is used as a stepping stone toward a brighter, more honest future. As the moment of revelation draws near, the forces that have kept this truth hidden are converging. The internal walls they built to protect themselves are now crumbling, and every barrier that once stood between you is beginning to fall away. The time has come for this person to confront the reality of their emotions, to admit that beneath their carefully guarded exterior lies a love that has only grown stronger with time, a love that is now too immense to be contained any longer. The angels have witnessed their inner struggle, and they are urging you to prepare for a moment of emotional release that will alter the course of your relationship forever. When this moment arrives, it will be raw and unfiltered, a truth spoken from the depths of a heart that has long been confined by fear and pride. It may be unsettling at first, a torrent of feelings that challenges your understanding of what you once thought you knew about this person. But know that this unveiling is not an act of betrayal, it is an act of liberation. In that moment, the love that has been hidden away will emerge in its fullest form, offering both of you a chance to rebuild your connection on a foundation of honesty and mutual understanding. Your role in this unfolding drama is crucial. The angels implore you to approach this impending revelation with an open heart and a compassionate spirit. Do not let the shock of what you may hear close you off to the possibility of healing. Instead, let it be a bridge, one that spans the gap between past misunderstandings and a future filled with the promise of renewed closeness. Whether this newfound truth leads to a rekindling of your shared love or provides the closure you both need to move forward, it is an essential step in your individual journeys toward growth and self-discovery. It is natural to feel a myriad of emotions at the prospect of such a revelation. There may be fear, uncertainty, and even anger at the thought of how much has been concealed. But beneath these reactions lies the possibility of transformation, a chance to see the person you care for not as a collection of hidden flaws and guarded secrets, but as a multifaceted soul whose journey has been as complex as it is beautiful. Their silence was not born of indifference. It was a cry for help, a desperate attempt to shield themselves from the vulnerability that true love demands. The angels revealed that the internal struggle this person has endured is one of the most challenging battles a heart can face. Every day, as they grapple with the overwhelming intensity of their emotions, they are reminded of the risk of being truly seen, of exposing every tender, aching part of themselves. And yet, in this risk lies the potential for a love that is deep and unbreakable, a love that acknowledges both the joy of connection and the pain of past mistakes. The journey to this point has been fraught with moments of isolation and despair, but it has also been a journey towards self-realization, a gradual, sometimes agonizing process of understanding that the only way to heal is to embrace the full spectrum of one's emotions. There have been times when this person may have appeared distant or preoccupied, their eyes reflecting a sorrow that was never fully expressed. In those moments, you might have sensed that something was amiss, a silent plea for understanding that went unnoticed. The angels assure you that those moments were not a rejection of you, but rather a manifestation of the inner turmoil they have been struggling to tame. Their heart, full of love for you, has been caught in a relentless tug of war between the desire to reach out and the instinct to hide away from the pain of vulnerability. Now, as the time for revelation approaches, every memory of past hesitations, every regret that has weighed on their soul, is coming to the fore. They have spent countless nights wrestling with the thought of reaching out, of breaking down the walls that have kept them isolated. The remorse for not having been forthright, for not having shared the depth of their feelings sooner, is a burden that has grown heavier with each passing day. And yet, this very regret has ignited a spark within them, a determination to no longer let fear dictate their actions, to finally embrace the truth, regardless of the uncertainty it may bring. The angels have observed that this internal awakening is not merely about confessing a hidden love, it is about reclaiming a lost part of oneself. It is an act of courage, a willingness to face the pain of the past, and in doing so, to pave the way for a future where both hearts can truly meet. As this person prepares to dismantle the barriers they have so long erected, the universe itself seems to be holding its breath, waiting for the moment when truth will finally triumph over silence. As you stand on the precipice of this transformative moment, know that your own role is equally significant. Your openness, your ability to forgive, and your willingness to engage with the raw, unguarded expression of love will determine the path forward. Whether you choose to embrace this revelation with all its accompanying challenges or decide that your journey now lies in a different direction, remember that every experience is a stepping stone toward deeper self-understanding. The angels ask that you extend compassion to both yourself and the one who is finally ready to share their truth with you. In this extraordinary moment of potential change, the cosmos reminds you that love is never a simple, static emotion. It is a living, breathing force that evolves with time and experience. The concealed parts of your beloved's heart are now coming to light, and with this unveiling, you are being given the opportunity to witness a love that is as complex as it is beautiful. It is a love born of struggle, tempered by regret, and ultimately redeemed by the courage to be vulnerable. Embrace this truth, dear one, and allow it to guide you toward a future where the bonds of affection are strengthened not by pretense, but by the honest sharing of every joy and sorrow. May you find solace in the understanding that even the deepest wounds can give rise to healing when nurtured by empathy and truth. Let your heart remain open to the possibility of renewal, for it is in our most fragile moments that we often discover our greatest strength. The journey ahead may be fraught with uncertainties, but remember that you are never alone. Your guardian angels walk beside you, offering their eternal support and love. Take a deep breath, and as you exhale, release any fear that holds you back from embracing this new beginning. The truth, though it may unsettle you at first, is a necessary catalyst for growth. In time, the revelations of today will become the stepping stones of tomorrow, guiding both of you toward a love that is as profound as it is genuine. With every whispered secret of regret and every tear shed in solitude, a part of the old guarded self falls away, making space for a new, unburdened way of being. Trust in the process, dear one, and trust in the transformative power of truth. The individual who has kept their love hidden is now ready to share it with you, no longer encumbered by the weight of fear and regret. This is a moment of rebirth, a chance for both hearts to meet in the light of authenticity and to rediscover the beauty of a connection that defies the passage of time. As the angels guide you through this sacred unveiling, Know that you are being called not only to witness, but also to act with compassion and understanding. The decisions you make in the wake of this revelation will shape the future of your relationship, whether it leads to a deeper union or a peaceful farewell. Let your choices be rooted in love, for it is love that will ultimately heal all wounds and bring lasting peace. Remember, dear child, that life is a tapestry woven from the threads of joy, sorrow, hope, and regret. Every moment of silence, every unspoken word, has led you to this pivotal juncture, a moment when the truth will set both your souls free. Embrace this gift and allow your heart to soar in the knowledge that, in truth, nothing is ever truly lost. Even the pain of the past is but a prelude to the promise of a brighter tomorrow, where vulnerability is celebrated as the very essence of being human. May this message resonate deeply within you and inspire a profound transformation. Let it be a beacon of hope in times of darkness, a reminder that every hidden emotion has its time to be revealed, and that every heart, no matter how scarred, is capable of loving beyond measure. Now, go forth with courage and compassion, ready to accept the revelations that lie ahead. Your guardian angel stands by your side, ever ready to support and guide you on this journey toward truth and healing. In the embrace of this newfound understanding, may you discover a love so genuine, so all-encompassing, that it transforms every facet of your existence and paves the way for a future filled with hope, connection, and the eternal light of truth. And so, my beloved child, as you listen to these words, let them remind you that life's most beautiful moments often arise from the unmasking of our deepest vulnerabilities. Embrace the truth with an open heart and allow the healing power of love to wash away the remnants of fear and regret. For in the end, it is our willingness to be honest with ourselves and with those we hold dear that creates the foundation for a life of authentic connection and everlasting growth. May your path be illuminated by the light of understanding and your heart be forever open to the transformative power of truth and love. Amen.